We're live
I
now.
wanted to clip it.
We're live now.
All right, we got to redo this conversation, boys.
All right,
Come
yeah.
over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
All right. Well, it's a good thing I'm already not eligible for monetization because it'd be out the window.
What do you mean?
I don't have enough followers. Hey,
Oh.
thank you for this T.
I managed to get affiliated and I earned a whole $10 and I have not streamed since.
Let's
Right.
fucking
That's where I'm at
go.
too.
Hit the peak and cashed out.
I
Yup.
haven't streamed in over a year just because of work.
Yeah, I don't even know what to stream.
I'm actually sitting at 10 subs right now.
Hey.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You got my free sub.
You're not welcome.
Give me those Bezos bucks.
And it was a free Bezos buck,
I
too.
gave you an extra one for your birthday.
Papa
Also,
Bezos doesn't deserve the money.
I will apologize. My desk is sat right in front of the air conditioner and it's hot as balls, so you'll probably hear it in the background.
It
Actually,
was
don't.
hot today.
That's okay. I got my fans going too. I'm gonna be honest, one of my fans is now purely for background noise.
For your D&D stream?
Huh? Yeah. Unfortunately, I keep being too lazy to actually turn it off. And then I get self-conscious that I think other people in the house can hear me.
Are you dying, DM?
A little bit. I'm hoping that it happens before the session starts.
Let
Hell
your
yeah.
grandfather Nurgle embrace you.
Alright. Am I streaming the music yet? I'm not. What the fuck is happening, man?
Stop.
I'm gonna die.
You can only die after the game.
So how's everybody doing?
Ah.
Yeah.
Another day in paradise. Went to a taco festival.
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Taco Festival sounds like a good time.
It was.
Finished making a blanket and I'm working on weaving the ends onto massive blankets that are the size of my bed. Because I made them way too big.
Hell yeah.
It's a hell of my own making.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, do we have a write-up from last session?
I looked in the write-up chat because I thought I did one and then realized I half-typed one and went, it's not worth it finishing this.
That's crazy.
Yep.
We do have one, it would appear. If a Mr. Painter Man would like to read his out.
Oh, we had two.
I can.
Oh, we had two. So it depends on either of you.
Not in.
Who wants extra inspiration?
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll need it today.
Yeah, let him
You
do
sure
it
will.
since his character will not be participating.
I don't have to worry
Just
about
reading a
that.
book. Just while we're running for our lives, you sit
We
there
all
reading.
die, and he
Hey.
just randomly come across the next party.
Guess what, bozo? This was me on Friday.
It really was.
Alright.
Page 6. I regret to tell you that I missed out on writing in here the last day. It seems I'd forgotten in the midst of the trek in the city. Today we took it upon ourselves to begin reinforcing our already limited armory to a higher standard, with myself and Milo acquiring plate. A much-needed upgrade from scale, one that will surely save us much pain, even if the coin we used to get these upgrades has left a bad taste in my mouth. It was only a monster, nothing to be done for it. However, with those upgrades came confidence, and we finally progressed the wall on our own power. Thanks to our silent, furless friend, we simply walked across the water and made our way towards our goal, saving some poor knights along the way. They told us that they were scouting the temple gate, and we wished them well. We came across the market square a short while later, and discovered that this Lord of Feasts had begun waiting there in ambush. We did our best to ensure the sign was captured, but the beast still seemed to know exactly where it was, despite the magical illusion keeping me from prying eyes. I had done as my companions asked, and jumped as far as I could westwards. I intend to travel to the Hooded Lantern's Gate to await the rest of my party's return, as at a place we know to be safe. I hope that my new friends are capable of finding their way to me.
Yay.
Pain and suffering. Also, you're muted.
I'm muted.
Oh, DM is.
I was muted in case I started coughing again.
Oh, valid.
Alright.
You need
Get
to push
your
the mute
extra.
button.
I have a toggle. It's
You
fine as
also
long
need
as
it
I'm
on
paying
screen.
attention. No, I'm not. I can see my little bar bumping up and down.
It may be. Speak.
Uh,
Speak.
uh,
Speak.
yeah, I can hear myself on stream.
Yeah, you're working.
My stream was like hell delayed. My bad.
You tried to gaslight me.
To be fair, is
so-
that really challenging?
No,
To be
I
fair,
do it
it's
to
happened
myself.
before.
I do it to myself constantly. But at that point, it's just forgetfulness. So, hey, we're in a really tense situation. Guess what? It's everybody's favorite map. Oh, that's the wrong map.
Copy
It's
that.
everybody's other favorite map.
Oh, damn.
What a
So,
small map.
yeah. You know, this is a really small map for what I need. Give me one moment.
Almost like he has a great bow.
Mega coffee
Yeah.
stain map.
Yeah, I gotta grab the coffee stain map again.
Coffee stain map. Superiority.
Let's go. The third favorite map.
The other favorite map.
The one of 3 maps that's in the game.
The one of 3 maps.
Well,
Do you
this
use on a
map
regular
isn't.
basis?
This map isn't in the game. I have to go and make it real quick.
Actually, no, there was a third map. It was the underground part.
Yeah. There's other maps. We're just not there yet. Or maybe
I don't
this one
believe
does
you.
have a map. Hold on.
For the alchemy guy.
Oh yeah, he did have a map too.
Yeah. I might have a map. I don't know why I didn't look at this earlier. We're in the market district. So let's see if there's a market district map.
Do you even map, bro?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I just tried to drink.
Shit, there's one for Slaughterhouse Square. There's about a dozen for the Inscrutable Tower.
We don't want to go there yet.
I sent you a few in the DMs a while ago.
Yeah, I don't have them installed right now. I have been trying to do a better job of keeping my files clean, and unfortunately it ended up getting rid of some of them. Because I had forgotten to actually drag them to a different spot. You know what? We're just going to use the Slaughterhouse Square. But that just means it will show up again at some point relatively soon-ish, possibly? That depends
All
on
the
you all.
streets. I was gonna say all the streets look the same anyway, so what's the difference?
Well, all the streets look the same because it's been the one map. So, square, no grid. Oh wait, this actually fucks. Yeah, this one goes pretty hard. So, I'm gonna go ahead and drag you all over to this map, and I'm gonna give you a layout of what's going on. But first, allow me to zoom out for the entire stream to see.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, the creature jumped out of this building here
Mm-hmm.
and kind of onto this building. This one here is 2-story, this one is 1-story. This here was the Red Rose.
Okay.
Meaning,
Back here.
yes, in that general area. Meaning that 80 fucked off in this general direction. yeeting herself off into the distance while invisible. And that means that there is one Lord of the Feast right here who needs to be a size bigger. So, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative, because now it's aware that there are people here. And it doesn't like that very much.
Jesus, my God, so cursed in this campaign.
And it should have advantage. That's an 18.
Why are y'all all cursed right now on
I am
initiative?
blessed.
It's about
It's not all of
50-50.
us.
It's 50-50.
Oh, wait,
Chad,
sorry.
Look,
I-
it's a 50-50. Either I roll good or I roll bad.
So true.
I don't know if there's anybody who is watching who is just not, who is other than us, just having the stream up to support. But might I remind you that last night in our other D&D game, the DM rolled 3 nat 20s
Nice.
on a single round. We are
Yeah.
doomed.
Wait, homie rolled initiative twice?
Yeah, he had advantage.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Alright, so the first one to act is Thrain.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay?
So now I have a movement speed of 35. Woo. And then we need to go, like, basically southwest.
That's the way that 80 went.
And look at everybody. We're running after 80, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
And I have the tracker.
So I can only run 35 feet this round, so I'm gonna run over here. And that's my turn.
Hey, quick question. How much does Thrain weigh with the armor and everything?
That's a fantastic question.
Never mind. I ignore. Hold on.
This says I have 86 pounds of equipment. Thrain himself, I don't know if I ever gave him a weight.
Okay. I am considered a large creature when determining my carrying capacity and the weight I can carry, so we're good. I could potentially just pick you up and take you with me.
Alright. Being a relatively logical person, in the direction that Talos went, I'm going to do a number of things. I am going to cast. Just so I have, sometimes I'm in the ethereal plane and harder to hit, I'm going to cast Blink on myself.
Do you already have? Oh, okay. You already have those level spells.
Yep. I went pure. That's shifting. Roll D. Higher. Then that did that. So then I'm going to bonus action activate Moonlit Shadow. I teleport 20 feet away.
Okay.
I am now invisible.
Very cool.
I also have.
Quick reminder, that didn't seem to help 80.
Oh, wait. I did some. Sorry about it. Let me rectify something. Yeah, as long as with. Yeah, I remember that part. Though we didn't see that with 80, so.
Yep.
Because they're on the other side. Do that. Then I'm going to action bonus. I'm going to then run 30 or 20 feet off the map, and then I'm going to then do a cat dash for another 30.
Okay, so you're just fucking off in that direction.
Yes, fucking
Oh.
off towards the direction that we also know there's a gate towards. That 80
Okay.
likes the ghost people, so.
Alright. the Lord of the Feast. Going to jump across the roof. Going to bonus action dash, jump across the roof because it's towards enemies. And going to hold an action. Milo.
50.
Hi.
Okay,
Action dash 60. And then bonus action, Misty Step for 30 more.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
think it's also like a, what, 120 on visual?
Devin.
So we do need to go kind of south. Got it. I'm going to. So he's probably going to attack the first person he sees. Damn. Don't quite have enough to get me behind cover, which sucks. I will action dash, but stop short just at the edge of this alleyway.
Okay.
And just kind of take a peek around. That's my action dash. If I peek around the corner, can I see him up on the roof?
You're peeking around the corner?
I can attempt to. If I can try to maybe do it stealthily if you want, I don't know.
I would allow you to try to make a stealth check real quick if you are committing to leaning around the corner.
Would you like me to do so at disadvantage? Due to the situation?
I'm not going to say disadvantage.
He pities.
Hey, point.
Well, I'm not sure if it would matter. You can certainly try.
25.
Wow. You just beat its passive.
I have a very good stealth. It's just a question of if I roll good.
You see it watching, like kind of glancing between the two alleyways, just north and west there,
Yeah.
with its great bow ready. And in its hands, it doesn't look like any normal arrow. It appears to be a harpoon that is attached to a rope.
Oh, God.
Cheeky.
I will just turn around to the group and just kind of say, don't get hit. And that is my turn.
Okay. You would also see there is another eye on it, kind of on its neck, that is looking in the general direction that 80 left in. The direction that you, heard her jump.
I hate it.
I forgot. I can't.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Thrain.
I look back at Milo and Cassith, and I look down at Devin. I'm like, what way are we trying to run, guys?
You don't see shit.
Yeah, I'm like
We
I'm
got.
like 70 away.
Yeah, I'm like 50 away and invisible.
They already booked it.
Alright. Devin, I think we're trying to run. I don't know. I guess I'll follow suit.
That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
She just
I
goes,
can-
yeah, I thought
Okay.
80 went this way.
I did too, but apparently they don't care. Yeah, I'll sprint 70 feet away.
Okay. Cass, if you continue to run.
So I'm going to do. Second, I have blah blah blah. Where is it? Why is it? What level? So I can just this. All right, through the. I'm going to bonus action cast Spider Climb thanks to this feature. And then
Okay.
I'm just because it's easier running.
All right.
And then I'm going to action dash run away. And also for the ethereal plane. I'm still this, but I'm like 110 feet off the.
All right. Yeah, you're gone. It is safe to assume that you are out of the combat. So I'm going to remove you and Milo from initiative.
Thanks, DM.
Yep. The Lord of the Feast. Does he have an angle on you there? I have to zoom in.
From there, maybe. Just barely. It clips the corner.
Yeah, it's gonna
You would
be.
have cover at least.
Yeah, you're gonna have cover, but it is going to be able to take a shot at you.
So that's a dex with advantage.
No, it's going to be an added bonus to your AC. It's going to be a
Gotcha.
+2 to your AC.
I don't remember how cover works.
There's a 27.
Yeah, it hits no matter what.
Okay. Now I need a strength saving throw.
Oh, nice. I'm good at those as long as I don't roll like shit.
Don't say it before you roll.
Hold on, I'm just double checking something. Yeah, I don't have anything. Oh, damn, it's a dex save, not a strength save. Damn it. I have danger sense, but that's not gonna help me.
Ooh.
Sag.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's 21.
That is a pass. So, Thrain,
Oh,
as you go to, like, turn around and run, you hear a sound as you kind of spin around and see that Devon has a harpoon sticking out of her shoulder, but it's unable to find purchase and just pulls straight back through. All right, Devon.
yeah, I'm gonna back up away from the corner and I'm gonna action dash and I'm booking it another 75 feet this way.
Okay. It is unable to keep up with you once you guys are free. Your movement speed is too high for it to keep up. So, you successfully evade the Lord of the Feast, though not unscathed. And as you're running, you see it kind of hopping down and seemingly inspecting your blood.
Oh well.
I don't see shit. I'm gone with the cat, man.
Yeah, that one's just for Devon. But congratulations, you lived.
Are all of us just sprinting through the city by ourselves now?
No,
All of you but one.
I'm with the cat, man.
Yeah, and Catman's heading towards the gate because
I'm
Same
heading
to-
towards Addie
yeah, we're heading towards that direction roughly, which is also the gate.
Well,
because I
Vincent
know
too.
exactly where Addie is.
Yeah, where did Eddie go after she landed? It's only been about a minute.
Just heading towards the Hooded Landers gate. That's all I know.
Okay, so you're like kind of looping around, probably like north and then going back towards the gate.
I jumped straight at it.
Oh, why are you on that side?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, with the threat evaded, a short while later, you are able to reconvene. Everybody looking pretty good.
Well, that was a plan well executed.
Welcome back. I had no doubts.
Deception check.
I had no doubts.
So are we going back through the Hooded Lanterns gate or what?
I mean, we are allowed to buy the hooded lanterns. If they ask about the sign, what do we say? Or can we make it invisible?
I don't think we're specifically word giver. Not yet, anyway.
Because last time we just walked over the water down here.
Yeah, and also they've yet to even decide what to do with us in general.
I thought we were allowed to, but we chose not to because we were worried about people that had infiltrated into the Hidden Lanterns, like basically catching wind that we're working with, like we're on good favor with them.
Pretty
Does that sound
much,
right?
yeah.
Yes,
I
that was
forget.
my perception as well.
I forget.
So perhaps we take a walk. Maybe try that wall plan out.
Well, if we were to do that, we need to rest a moment. My legs need a moment to recover.
Hey DM,
Yes, player.
can I make like a investigation check of the area to see if there's like an abandoned house we could just easily barricade inside?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I argue investigation since it's more
Oh,
thorough?
yeah, sure.
Thank you. 24.
There's enough just ruined houses that you're able to find one relatively easily.
Should we need an hour? Probably in here, to be exact. It looks sturdy and safe enough.
Hour wouldn't hurt.
So, it's as good a spot as any.
Besides,
We've been in a little while.
I get spells back after an hour or two.
Alright, so if we're going to go rest, I'm going to use my channel of divinity to get a 3rd level slot back before we rest.
Sure thing.
Can I hang out on the roof, just kind of like seeing if anybody's chasing us, or potentially if there's a giant knoll that's trying to find us?
Yeah. So climbing up onto the roof, it would appear that the Lord of the Feast stopped its chase. Make me a perception check. With a 13, you're not able to see any immediate threats.
Okay, I'll just hang out for a little while.
We just might want to be careful if we go back toward that area because who knows what I smell like now. She just points to her shoulder where there's a little bit of a gash.
Alright. Good to know.
Just a little bit oofed.
It's only 6 HP, it's fine.
Hey DM,
Yes, player.
I'm gonna take a few minutes to ritual cast alarm.
Alright. Setting it up just around the house.
Yep. We're gonna do a mental alarm for we're going to do a mental alarm for anybody not us.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you just kind of bunker down in this little 2-story townhouse, you're setting up an alarm. You feel relatively safe, if not a little bit chilly with all the holes in this building.
That should cover us well enough.
Good. I don't intend on being ambushed right now, especially not by that creature.
To be fair, if it's going to ambush us, it's going to just stick an arrow through the wall and not get close.
Very observant. I shall stay away from the walls.
The arrow it had was more of a harpoon than anything, so it would probably just rip the wall out completely. Short rest time, woohoo.
Well,
Hey,
I'm ready
Lee.
to move out.
Do we get a short rest?
Yeah, you guys are able to get a short rest just fine.
Hell yeah. Does that mean our level up goes through DM?
Yes.
Let's go, baby.
This is a weird question. So I know that long rests are short rests. Are short rests still short rests?
That was a weird question. I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Because we're in Drakkenheim, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's
we're-
just
long
a short
rest.
rest.
Long rests just can't happen.
Okay. But short rests normally can.
Short rests can. At least here, and could get worse closer to the crater.
Noted.
I've picked up a few tricks. Namely, just hurling a ball of fire.
It's a good trick.
Sounds very ostentatious.
Destructive, even. What we need.
It would certainly make for a good distraction.
But I've been studying the crystals and I found a way to tap into the other world.
Well, that will be intriguing.
What do you mean, other world?
I don't know. Haven't been there yet, but when I get hit, I'm going there.
Hey, DM.
So long as you
Yes.
come back, because we still need your help.
Can I cast Primeval Awareness to see if there's any monstrosities or aberrations within 1,000 feet of us?
Yes. There are monstrosities and aberrations within 1,000 feet of you.
Relatively close?
The closest ones appear to be
General distance.
The closest ones appear to be congregating kind of along this road here, heading towards a large cathedral you saw.
Is that Saint Vitruvio's?
Yes.
Number 11? Okay.
You don't know that in character, but that is what it is on the little thing there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was talking about the right place. Those are the closest to us?
Yes.
Okay.
Just along that road.
So what's the plan?
return the sign to where they asked for it, I suppose.
Yes, but how do we achieve that?
We need to exit the city first, so I suppose either go through the gate or over the water or over the wall.
What if, and I'm just saying this as a proposition, we were to try the spiders out?
Nope.
Not a fan of spiders?
Nope.
It simply seems like unnecessary risk, I think.
Considering the soldiers we encountered were dealing with a bunch of spiders who had webbed up the street and the houses, and they weren't even remotely close to the gate. I don't think that's a good idea.
I think we risk going through the hooded lantern gate. I can't cast the sneak spell that I cast.
Well, I can get us over the wall now. It's just a matter of if you want to go with me.
Yes, the other thing with the way could was the gargoyle.
Or, well, you could go over the wall with a sign and we could go through the gate and meet you on the other side.
At that point, we just.
Going to be honest with you, I don't think they care about the sign.
Yeah, they don't.
We can always just say we found it on the side of the road because the root knocked it down.
It's just sign. I don't think.
That's fair.
Or we're just proving that we made it in.
If you want to try your options with them, we sure can. They'll be surprised to see us from this side instead of the other like the usual.
That is good.
I mean,
It shows that we're capable, at least.
yeah, I mean, we found another way into the city. Like, that's kind of been our whole goal all along, and them, basically dragging their feet on it, we found another solution. If they don't like that, that's not really our problem.
Alright, let's just go through the gate.
Sure.
Don't care though. Let's get out of.
Let's skedaddle. Alright. Are you heading towards the temple gate? Or the Shepherd's Way
No.
gate?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. That, I believe, is going to put us at about time. Everybody go ahead and roll me a d20. Oh. Well, I have some good news. It's not tea this time. Hey, Milo, please go ahead and roll me a d100.
You'll love to see it. Let's roll the 100. 90.
90. I believe we've run into that one before, so it may not matter.
I hope you have a list of things we have run through.
No. I'm making it up as I go along.
We know.
You never. Couldn't tell.
Oh, shit. Well,
Love to hear it.
yeah.
The beast surprise attack.
Well, no, nothing like that, but it is going to put us in a bit of a tricky situation.
Oh.
As you are making your way towards the Shepherd's Way gate, on this road here, you notice a few members of the Hooded Lanterns wounded in the street. One of them appears to be dead. Another one has an arrow sticking out of their leg and is currently prone on the ground. just kind of covering themselves with a shield. And there appear to be 2 more that are worn down and tired. And they are facing basically a couple of buildings on either side with their shields raised. We're going back to the map. Everybody loves this map. Everybody loves this map. So for
Hell
the
yeah.
purposes of this, there's a knight here, and a knight there, watching on either side. As I have to roll something in private very quickly.
We trying to help these guys?
I mean, I will.
So,
Find out.
really quickly, these are not actually using the knight stat block. That's just the token I've selected for them. I have their other stats over here. Give me one moment and I'll be just about finished setting it up.
I don't believe you.
I do. That's what really matters. So, yes, there are 2 injured and 2 still standing. Do you attempt to make yourselves known in any way?
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Can I make a perception check to make sure these guys are actually hooded hooded lanterns?
Sure.
That'll be a 24.
Not only are they hooded lanterns, you can see a couple of Queensmen in each building firing arrows down on them.
We don't get involved. There are men up there, the Queensmen.
You see Haiti kind of just holding her swords held, just like debating in her head if she wants to get involved or not.
We have the Red Rose Tavern sign. That's what we came here for them.
Alright.
Hey, DM.
Yes, player.
Does 80 recognize those 2 soldiers at all?
You've probably seen them a few times just on patrol between Emberwood Village and the wall. Along that long road, Shepherd's Way.
What if there was a third party they didn't know about?
A third party?
Can you make me look like someone else?
No, I don't have that ability.
Can
Don't really specialize in the illusion.
It's some pretty high magic to make someone else look like someone else.
Real quick, I don't know if this is going to change anything for you, but the Queensmen that you were able to see briefly, like, through the shattered windows of the buildings, they wear symbols of dogs howling at a moon.
Yeah,
Sorry, no, it's a growling dog skull.
There are different factions of the Queensmen. Our problem is that word gets around.
I just say we stand out, wait till it finishes.
do they seem to have noticed us at all?
Let's see, how loud are you guys talking?
Amongst ourselves, not that loud.
Okay. Well,
See, now
let's
there's
see.
combat more hush.
Yeah. So, with the sounds of combat and, like, arrows whizzing past their heads, they don't really seem to notice you.
I think I have an idea.
Say it.
Let me borrow your hood.
My what?
Your hood.
It's my entire outfit.
Yeah, let me borrow it.
What are you planning?
To lie.
What a peculiar proposition.
He's like, shit, he said the magic words.
I'm just gonna hand over my hood. I need this back afterwards. It keeps my cat
Okay.
warm.
Don't be seen, get lost.
Alright.
And scatter.
Hey, DM.
I'm going to try and walk behind this area right here, where they can hear me in the distance, but not really
Yeah.
see me.
What were you going to say, Milo?
I'm just running inside the nearest building where they don't have eyes on it.
Okay. So, AD is sneaking up, everybody else taking cover.
Yeah, I'll hide on the roof so I have a little better vantage point.
Alright. 80, as you are walking up, are you trying to be stealthy in any way?
At first, yes. I'm just going to stand over here.
Okay,
Just
go.
trying to not be seen until I can talk them.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a quick stealth check as you're moving up.
I will use inspiration on that, one of my 4 that I have.
Okay.
I've been saving these bitches.
Yep. About to blow them all in a stealth check. Let's go.
23, because it's inspiration gives you advantage, right?
Yep, so it evens out. Okay, you were able to sneak up without being seen.
I would like to put on a somewhat familiar voice that I've heard before, but not really the same. We heard a lot of talk from one of Blackjack Mel's men, right?
Yeah, you've heard a lot of talk from most of Blackjack Mel's men.
And they had a female in their group, right?
Yes. There was
so I'm gonna try and like shift my voice a little to try and sound like them.
Okay. There will be a performance check involved in this.
Yes. So, I will do that. What the hell do you think you're doing in Blackjack Mel's territory?
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. So first of all, go ahead and roll performance.
I want to use my 3rd inspiration.
Yeah, you have been racking them up. This is the best time to do it. So this one's actually advantage, so...
And are
Yeah,
you
you'll have-
talking to... Are you trying to get the attention of the
Yeah, I'm
Queensmen?
shouting that out.
Yeah, but are you trying to get the attention of the Queensmen specifically, or the Hooded Lanterns?
The Queensmen.
Okay. So you end up hearing back a deep male voice. 1 second, let me just make sure I got this character's name right. What do you think you're talking about? This place belongs to Baskerville.
You've been
you
lost,
see-
friend. This has just been given back over, haven't you heard?
And you just see a large orc wielding 2 axes, seemingly the one commanding the others.
I thought a good dog knew when to obey.
That's a good one. I'm the leader of the Howling Dogs. If we handed this territory over, I think I'd know.
You didn't hand it over. It was ordered by the Queen, stupid.
News to
We're swapping
me.
territories.
Make me a deception check.
You have 2 inspirations left.
Oh,
Let's go!
that's a good.
Yeah,
Falls in fightings within the Queen's Guard.
and who the hell are you?
What was the name of the person that I'm trying to mimic?
Their name was Humanaha.
Yes.
They did not
I'm very
have.
familiar with them.
They did not have a name. Feel free to make one up.
I'm Helena. I'm working on behalf of Blackjack and
Oh,
Mel right
no.
now, checking our new territory.
We now have Helena's in 2 campaigns, goddammit.
Well, as soon as we're done dealing with these fucks, we'll come down and talk to you.
Oh no,
Man.
we're taking over now. You should have gotten a better offering, otherwise you would have had a better situation in this case. Thanks to those adventures we've been fleecing, we've been giving up loads.
Hey, yo. Okay, so at this point, he's just going to shout, "All right, hold your fire. You two in the streets. Don't you dare move." And he is going to hop down from the 2nd story of this building and begin walking over. You hear his heavy footsteps heading towards the little alleyway that you're ducked inside of.
Alright. I want to start turning around and walking the other way. I've not got time for this right now. I've still got a stash to put down.
Make me, as you are like ducking around the corner so that he can't see you, another deception check, please.
Come on.
Because that seems
That's
shady as
respectable.
hell. Yeah, let me. Hold on. I have to see what the stats actually are for this guy if he's gonna roll to try to contest it. Gladiator.
Gladiator? I hardly
Listen.
know. Oh,
It's a natural one.
Let's go.
We take these with glee.
Fine. But if you and the Queen keep trying to pull this kind of stuff, the Howling Dogs are gonna stop being loyal real quick.
Oh, we both
You
know
can-
the Queen doesn't give a fuck about each individual gang. Go bitch about it somewhere else.
She's gonna. You two. Weapons, armor, drop them. And this is turning from a murder and an ambush into just a robbery. Just going to take their weapons and armor and leave them be. Congratulations, you have now run into the Howlin' Dogs, one of the more physical gangs in the Queens.
I'm gonna wait until they kind of we stop hearing them being around before I start talking again.
Yeah. They will collect the weapons and armor. You do hear a little yelp of pain as they collect the arrows, including the one that's in the person's leg. And they are just going to pack up and leave. Yeet.
Can I make sure that they actually leave?
Yeah, sure. You want to kind of tail them a little bit?
Well, I guess I look at the rest of them. Should we make sure they leave before we make ourselves known?
You're on a roof. We're not.
All right. Yeah, I'll hop off. Kind of try to tail them for a second, just see if I can make sure that they left.
Yeah. And as you're kind of following them, you see them kind of laughing and like punching each other like friends do as they like walk away, just joking about, you know, casually attempting to murder 4 people in the street. And as they're leaving and they just continue to hype each other up, you hear them kind of howling like actual dogs at the moon, just as they head closer to the center of the city.
Hey, DM,
Yeah.
can I go ahead and just peek out a window and then go ahead and heal the one who had the arrow in him?
Can you heal him from that far?
Yeah, it's 90 feet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna use anomalous materials to give him some HP back,
Okay.
so I don't take the thing.
I was going to do something else, but okay, that works too.
Where is corrupted cure? That'll be 19 HP back.
Unless they accept corruption themselves.
Unless
No,
they choose
don't.
to corrupt themselves to be healed less.
No, that's additional.
No, they get both.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you cast the spell, the target can choose to
Oh,
gain.
I see.
Yep.
You set it up so that way it's 4d6 on both sides. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yep, makes it easy.
Except you should probably remove the extra bonus from the second one.
I don't think I can, because whenever I hit... Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. Hold on.
Skill issue.
Corrupted cure. There we go. Gotcha, DM.
Alright.
But he still gets 19.
Yeah, and as they're kind of like grasping at their leg, as the others are kind of picking themselves back up, you see the hole that was popped through one side clean to the other just begin to restitch itself.
I take off the cloak and just kind of like shiver a bit. Oh, you need to get this thing washed.
It's full of delirium. I eat it for my
Constitution
cat.
saving throw. If I had thought, oh, well, I was only half joking, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Please
T.
no. Please
Well,
no.
Do it. Because we know there is delirium in that fucking cloak.
You should have said
Yeah.
that earlier. I wouldn't have done it.
You
He
did
tried not to get you to do it, but you were like, fuck it.
Please no.
Please, yes. The
Roll me-
content.
so-
Think of the content.
You gain 1 level of contamination, which doesn't come with any symptoms outright. However, I need you to roll me a d6.
Bruh.
You want it to be higher. Okay. There is nothing, no mutations, no ill effects. You're just running a little bit of a fever now.
Nasty.
Yes, I can't exactly scrub off the delirium. And I'm just gonna take it back.
Are you two alright?
Is there another 2, or were the other 2 dead?
Yeah. So one of them appears to be dead. One of them was just injured, and they were taken out of the fight thanks to an arrow in the knee. Yeah. Oops. These two, their shields are just riddled with arrows, and you can see like little cuts and scrapes from where some have come very close to hitting. Look, if you're trying to rob us as well, I'm afraid that
Oh,
we
no,
have
I was
nothing left to
lying.
give.
No, I just lied to them. I used information that I knew about.
And you can thank me for healing you. I'm just gonna say popping out.
We just
Is-
had to get through the gate, and we weren't going to be able to take all of them on ourselves.
I'm not used to being injured. Is it supposed to be like this?
Yes.
And because you are using contaminated magic, there is just like a kind of purple glow in their veins still, but it's fading.
That's just
Uh,
my type of magic. You
no,
see,
it's-
illusion has a different type.
How do you heal with illusions?
I don't. I'm an illusion wizard.
No, it's just you
Ah.
haven't been healed often. It's more like your brain's trying to make up for the excuse of it. It's
Oh.
strange, trust me.
That makes sense.
Now, say, hey, these guys are just. Did they get stripped of everything and, like, everything?
Their weapons and their armor. All that they really have left is their tabards and their clothes.
I'm just gonna walk up and hand each of them a javelin. I've got 10 of them.
I suppose it'll do in a pinch. Thank you.
It's better than nothing. Could you perhaps do us a favor?
What would that be?
We need to go back through the gate.
You'd have to be checked out by the doctors and make sure that you're not bringing any kind of contamination back to the city. But it can be done. You saved our lives. We owe you that at least.
Well, we actually are familiar with the people at the gate, and we are allowed passage. But yes, it would be best to have us checked out regardless.
I'm afraid that I don't. Wait a second. You're all the ones that saved Petra.
Yes,
Petra
we are.
Lane? Okay, yeah. You all are allowed clearance then.
Told you.
Great. Would you mind traveling with us since you're, well, defenseless?
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
No, I'm offering to protect you for free in these horrible streets.
And she doesn't do that often, or he. I still haven't figured that part out.
I think the simplest term would be they.
Very well.
But do you yes.
We'll make sure that you're able to get through, and we would appreciate the company. Since if we run into any dregs, we'd be hard-pressed defending ourselves like this.
Yeah, and is the other guy wounded too?
So there are 2 people who were fully healthy, 1 that was wounded and is now fixed, and 1 dead.
Okay. Great. I could have still healed you, but none of you are hurt now, luckily.
Do you have funeral rites that need to be done for your friend there?
Afraid that we don't particularly have the luxury in Drakkenheim. There's only one thing that we really are able to do, and without a blade, it'll be difficult. Do any of you have a spare sword?
I've got
I'm gonna
one.
hand.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are going to take the tabard off of the corpse, lay it over their neck, and sever the head.
does the body need burned as well, or is that just extra?
This will be enough in a pinch. It keeps them from rising as a drag.
Well, at the very least, I'm going to move their bodies so they're not just out in the street. I'll just kind of drag it in through here, through the hole in the wall, and just put it in the building.
Yeah. You're able to move the body and the head out of the road, at the very least.
Drakkenheim may be a shithole, but a good soldier deserves at least a little decency.
I agree.
Better to take their body with us?
If you feel like carrying them, but again, we don't really have the spaces to bury all of our dead.
It would be pointless to carry the body now that it's executed its head off anyway.
Well, at the risk of being morbid, at least now it can serve a better purpose by caring for the critters around here.
Yes, I'm sure the ratlings would love it.
I'm sure that sooner or later another squad will come through and collect the corpse.
We need to be
We-
off before they return. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
We typically report our dead whenever we return to either the headquarters or the temple gate. And a cleanup crew will come through and deal with it and collect anything valuable left after a battle.
I made sure those howling hyenas left.
Hmm.
They did actually fuck off.
C80 lying isn't that all the time.
You did great.
No comment.
Punch him on the shoulder. I guess it'd be like punch him on the hip.
No comment. Let's go.
All right. So yeah, as you all begin to head out, you're able to find your way to Temple Gate without any more incident. Again, Shepherd's Gate, not Temple Gate. I keep saying Temple Gate, because Temple Gate, it's the other one down here you go check it out.
Sounds cooler.
Yeah, it does. Well, there's also Champions Gate and King's Gate, which both sound rad.
Yeah, but we ain't going to those two.
True.
I ain't
Unless...
fighting the fucking dragon.
Yeah. You all are able to find your way to the Shepherd's Gate. And after somebody is able to confirm who you are, which let me go ahead and roll. Lord Commander Elias Drexel is at Shepherd's Gate and is able to confirm your identities.
Thank you. Just pointing out, we saved a few. That's all.
Your assistance is noted. Thank you.
Well, we had enough y'all's time. Let's be off then.
Let's head back down to Emberwood. We have a job to do.
Yes. Are they letting us pass through?
They are.
Beautiful. I'm just going to, without any further talk, head through,
Very well.
as I'm the one carrying delirium.
Yeah. Yeah. They will allow you through because you guys are people that they find relatively trustworthy. So they're like, yeah, you're probably gonna have delirium. It's whatever.
Well, to be fair, we did ask them if they wanted to buy it, so
Uh-huh.
they know.
Yeah,
They're willing to buy it from us too.
they are. That's why you guys had some access to their armory. Only some of their stuff, though. They don't trust you that much. If you
I
would
think
like
we're
to
more
take
worried
some more
about-
jobs from them,
I
then
think we're
Elias
more worried
Drexel
about
is here.
contamination than anything.
Oh, do they have any jobs for us other than the one we need to complete right now?
I can definitely...
We can
Sorry,
ask.
one sec. I got this little, like, glasses cleaner spray. And it shot over my glasses and just hit me directly in the fucking face.
Mace
Why-
time.
Did you spray it while it was on your face?
No.
I
No.
was wanting to ask the same thing, but I was
No.
hopeful that he's smart enough not to do that.
It's the fact that we have to ask anyway that makes it great.
No. The glasses weren't on my face. It just went further than I thought it would.
You could shine your teeth with it too.
I want you guys just to know, I drew an amogus in the top left.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
before
Amazing.
session.
To be fair, is it really one of Zach's campaigns without Among Us?
Bogus.
Sus?
Is it really one of any of our games without Among Us?
True.
Yes, he does have a mission for you. He will, as you guys are like making your way through, you notice that he's watching you. And if you make direct eye contact with him, kind of motions with his head like, come with me. And you see him heading down kind of a secluded alleyway. Like, not an alleyway, but a secluded passage in this little camp.
I suppose I'm sticking around if we are accepting a job instead of just rushing through because I thought we were going back.
I will follow.
Yeah, for possible job, sure.
Alright. And as he waits for you down this little corridor, all of you pile in. And he just... How has your mission been with the Queensmen?
Oh, we've just retrieved the item in the market that they've requested for us, and we are to return it as soon as we're out of the city.
We also encountered some... What were they called? The Howling Dogs?
The Howling Dogs.
We encountered some Howling Dogs too, and thanks to Addie, they are not an issue to your men there now.
At the moment.
Yes, they now believe that they're in a turf war with one of the rival gangs, which I suppose could be beneficial to us.
They also did not recognize us or see our entire party, so that helps.
Well, hopefully that'll lead them to have some inner conflict, at least for a short time. In the meantime, I have some work for you. Since we no longer have access to our alchemist, we've been experimenting with other sources of, other resources within the city. And we believe that we may have a use for some equipment that is kept in a smithy nearby.
What kind of equipment? I'm something of a smith myself.
Some forging equipment that is capable of working with delirium.
You're just gonna see Milo's eyes brighten up. Really? That's a possibility?
We're not entirely sure. However, are you aware of the Spokes? It's a small region on the southeast,
Hey,
outside of the walls.
Can I make a history check?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
You don't need to, because you guys were in the area earlier. It's
Yeah.
close to where you were at for the Chapel of St. Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh.
we were there earlier, actually.
Ah, very good. Now, this is a bit of a more dangerous job, as it will bring you fairly close to the crater. But there's a smithy that previously lied just outside of the walls. And he is going to mark on your map the number 19 here. We believe that it is run by a group of corrupted dwarves. We would like their equipment for ourselves.
Yes.
Are there
I'd
any
be-
time constraints on this?
As soon as possible, but we're not especially picky.
Well, we could make it our next objective after we return.
What kind of dwarves?
Give me a moment to think on that. We believe that they were Dwerga. However, who knows what they've become now with working so closely with Delirium for so long.
How in the world did they make their way up here?
Do this for us, and perhaps I'll tell you.
Fair point. Just do it. Devin's just like, yeah, can't argue with that one.
I want to. If this is able to work on Delirium, would you grant me the permission of testing it out first? I am studying Delirium myself, as I need to know the dangers and potential of it.
He looks you up and down. See that? Wow. I'm not as against the idea of working with contamination as, say, the Silver Order. I hope that you are at least being careful enough not to bring an untimely end to Drakkenheim. It's incredibly
No.
dangerous material.
I'm aware of that. I'm able to get around the contamination parts of it myself, and I have actually been looking for ways to infuse stuff with the very powerful Delirium, thanks to Addie here, actually.
What did I do?
You wanted something infused with Delirium.
Oh, I just thought it would be a neat idea for the weapon.
Yes, we're having the option to do that now.
Yes.
But I'm not worried about blowing up Drakkenheim. I'm not worried about scrounging around for much more Delirium. I just want to see how it can be used to help people.
Interesting.
It was
I wouldn't be
one of-
opposed to the idea.
It was one of those contamination things I've learned that healed one of your soldiers. No, they weren't contaminated, don't worry. But it is powerful stuff.
And which soldier was that?
He just asked for the one with the arrow sticking out of their leg.
Very well. We're going to have to monitor them.
If it helps, we've been healed with Milo's magic, and so far none of us have suffered any consequences.
Yeah. It seems to be that if you choose to embrace the Delirium's power, then you become cursed.
I've been getting this weird itch in my neck,
Contamination that requires the user's consent. That's
Yes.
incredibly strange.
That is the fascinating part of it. Because it almost requires a level of sentience for the Delirium to affect people.
I don't mean to push you in a direction that you may not be interested in, but are you familiar with the followers of the Falling Fire?
Yes, they're assholes.
I was going to say that you may be considered almost like a holy person among them.
I intend to
I
use
don't-
that to our advantage.
I'm hopeful that, you are of the same mind I am that they need to be eradicated.
Only if I can get my sister out first. Afterward, feel free.
Understood.
That's my
Well.
personal goal, at least.
I would say that's
Yeah.
very fair.
From what I've seen, they were hanging. This place was Silver Order, right? Not the other dudes? Or Fallen Fire?
So I had the places mixed up. This is Falling Fire, and there's another one that is the Silver Order.
Which one was falling fire?
13 is falling fire.
Okay, great. Yeah, when we were entering, or rather, we saw some alongside the riverbed. They were patrolling the area. The falling fire seemed to have taken home there. We did know it was some saint's tomb since we lived here before, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there.
Not only do you know that it's the saint's tomb, you could pretty easily surmise by how many people were there that that's probably like one of their main hideouts.
Also, it was unaffected by delirium, like in the state of the world around us.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the more strange things I've heard in quite some time. Not only
Yeah.
because it's in the inner city, but it's also aligned with the falling fire.
Yeah, it looked perfectly pristine, like the monastery was never touched by delirium.
This place gets more confusing by the day.
My guess is that the saint within there is emanating such holy power that it keeps the place pure, even against the falling fire's wishes.
Maybe they see it as a challenge.
Perhaps. Well. I will have to look into that. But that is a job for another time. For now, if you are able to deal with the dwarves at the smithy, then I will reward you with information on another way in and out of the city, as well as giving you first pick on a fairly large upcoming job. Kind of a collaboration between us and the Silver Order.
I think that
I
could be
think we may already know about that job.
Is that so?
Yes, we encountered some Silver Order knights who were walking through the area, and they claim to be scouting out the temple gate.
That would be it. Well, if you're able to do this for us, then I suppose, in that case, since you already know about it, the information doesn't do you any good. Perhaps we'll be willing to put you on the front lines if you'd be interested in being part of the spear tip.
I do believe that's a good idea.
I'm always interested in killing some abominations.
Now, Mr. Drexel, I do apologize for asking this of you, but another moment of your time, I think it would be, well, I think at least now would be a good time for me to tell you a few things.
Very well.
I was at least waiting until you had trusted me enough to not just assume that I'm some rabble-rouser off the street. But, and she will pull out the signet ring that she has with the Von Kessel logo on it. I believe I may be a bastard daughter of the king.
He is looking you just dead in the eyes. His eyes going between you and the ring.
She will hold it out to him.
Give me a moment. And he is going to go and try to find somebody else in the camp. If you are willing to stay there while he is clearly going and finding somebody else to come and be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, she just looks like a, well, that's awkward. I was hoping this would be a little quicker.
I mean, can I roll an insight before he leaves?
Sure.
Yeah, curiosity's killing this cat. Can I?
I
as
would
well?
like to know too, because I need to know if we're about to be arrested.
Yeah.
I have
Not one. I don't know.
I have
shit.
the utmost
He's
faith
fine.
in the hooded lanterns, and I know I'm fine. I'm not going to inside check them.
If anything, he's probably just looking for someone who can help authenticate it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems right. I mean, he's a trustworthy guy. We haven't done anything to wrong him.
Thrain and Milo, you two are distracted by that glorious goddamn mustache.
Oh, yeah.
For real, I want to sit on it. You're welcome.
I don't know how to respond to that.
And he's got handlebars and everything, man.
Yup.
So,
Vroom, vroom.
Cassith, he seems to be not like, how do I put this? He seems to be surprised, but not aggressive.
Definitely surprised them.
And a few moments later, he returns with somebody who is still wearing the garb of the hooded lanterns, but appears to be more magically inclined. And
See, I told you. I just want to make sure it's legitimate.
he
Milo, isn't that a damn fine mustache?
It really is.
I'm indifferent towards it.
Yeah.
and he is just going to look at them. I need you to cast the spell Zone of Truth. I am then going to plug your ears, and you're simply going to nod or shake your head, depending on if they are telling the truth or lying. And the young mage just, what? Oh, okay. Don't see why this couldn't wait until I was done with my lunch. And
Oh, poor guy.
Poor dude.
Unpaid lunch break.
is going to cast the spell Zone of Truth. You
I
are
will
capable
submit to
of
the spell.
yes, you are capable of submitting to the spell. If you do not want to submit to the spell, then it is a Wisdom saving throw.
I will submit.
Would anybody like to contest the spell?
I don't want to be a part of it.
Okay,
Please.
It's a charisma saving throw, right?
is it Charisma or Wisdom? Hold on.
A charisma. This is one of the few sheer powers of will.
I'll submit.
The cat's got it.
Cat's got
Oh yeah,
it.
I'm a cleric. I have them all, so
You beat the DC that I had set. And
I have no idea.
what was that?
Okay, I said it will fail as well because he has no.
All right. So that one there with the funny mole on their face, they did not fall under the effect of the spell. The others did. And Drexel is just going to kind of give a little bit of a dirty look to Milo and then just shrug. Works well enough for me. And he is going to take a couple little pieces of cloth and have the acolyte stuff them in their ears so that way they can't hear.
I really like your mustache, by the way.
The acolyte nods. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, the signet ring. Is it real?
I don't know for sure. It was given to me by my mother, who claimed it was real.
What are your goals if it is real and if you are of the Draken bloodline? Or the Von Kessel bloodline?
Oh, that's a tough one to answer. I suppose that I would at least try and make Drakkenheim a more stable place. I know it would be a very hard task to make it livable, but I don't intend to try and take power as much, but it would be... I want to help.
The acolyte will once again nod once they see that you have stopped talking. Well, let's say that we possessed the knowledge to possibly help you along that path. Would you be willing to put the Hooded Lanterns into a place of power if we assisted you?
Oh, yes, very much so. I do believe that you people are at least the most capable of restoring Drakkenheim to its former glory, and I know that some other places like the Silver Order, they mostly intend to rid everything corrupted of it on the world. Just remove it.
I have one last question.
Wait, DM, did the acolyte nod?
Yes.
We have to know.
Yes. I mean, the fact that it's being said makes you know that it's true. Drexel does not know that much about magic. Not a very magically inclined man. I have one additional question, and it's a bit of a serious one.
Okay.
If working with us put us in opposition of other members of royal blood, would you still side with us?
If the other people were backing different causes than yours, I suppose I would stand with you. I don't believe that the other factions have what it takes to really bring the city back to its glory.
I see. We have suspicions that there are members of the noble bloodline still active within the city. Although we believe that they are biding their time.
At that, Cathis does look semi-that I would say.
Why are you looking like that? Are you members? Are you royal?
No, I'm more of a servant from a noble.
The acolyte nods.
So
Okay.
you were here for a reason.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Simple.
overthrow me?
I'm not of the blood. No. More curious.
Are you going to try to?
If my particular lords are part of that, yes.
Would you
Does the acolyte nod?
Yes. Would you like to replace the throne with a cat tree?
No. No.
The
Then
acolyte
so-
nods.
The backstay, it was a human. Like,
Yeah, but what if I was like really cool and I'm your friend and everything? Would you still back me?
I'm more bound by divine contract.
Who did you serve?
Hey, DM, did we ever decide who I served? Just some random noble house, right? I forget.
Yeah, it was up to you.
I don't remember any of the noble names. I don't remember.
Do we roll for it?
We roll for it.
The only thing I 100% know about Cassie is what you are here for.
I know. Do you have a list of the noble houses?
No.
God damn it. All right, I'm gonna go with this.
Von Kessel.
Isn't that the old main one?
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that was in power.
That was the
Yeah, that-
noble line of Castle Draken.
He's saying that's the only one on his list.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. There's only pouring up the fucking oil.
Your mic cut out for a second. I thought you said, I'm trying to find it. There's only porn.
Actually, wait, I can
Wrong
just.
homework.
Who am I to judge if he was a member of the Von Poop and Fartin family?
Right?
So true.
Let me say, they might be in the Drakkenheim book now.
sure hope they are.
Where did I even fucking
The
save
noble
it?
von blah 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 line.
Yeah.
Figure it out later.
I'll figure it out later. Y'all continue.
Well, I hope they're not here for my sake.
There's a possibility they're just dead.
I'm sorry for
There
your
is
loss
that
if that is the
possibility.
case.
Well, in that case, then, the next time we see each other, I may have something far larger in scale for you.
Oh, responsibility. I love it.
Are you aware of what it would take to put you on the throne?
I would need to get into the castle for one, because that is where the throne is.
Do I have your word that you will not go spreading this information?
You have mine, but I cannot speak for my allies.
You
He's
have
going to
mine.
look to each of you in turn.
I give him a shoulder shrug.
That is not a verbal agreement.
Don't plan on sharing.
I got no reason to. We all have our secrets.
Very well. And you. And he's going to look to Milo. I'm afraid I'm going to need you to leave. For now.
Damn, can't he just recast it?
I must say that I
And the-
dislike that you chose to still resist the first time. But I
Yes,
suppose
that is a
it can
little
be
sus,
done.
admittedly.
Do you want to know why I resisted?
Yes.
I want the Amethyst Academy dead.
What does that have to do with
You telling
me?
the truth, Scribe?
The scribe is just staring. They don't know.
Damn.
Because I don't know how the power politics work around here. And if you guys are buddy chum-chum with the people who steal artifacts and put it inside of vaults to be never remembered again, that would be really bad for me. Especially since I'm covered in delirium, and I have a lot of people who would hate me on sight. I have a lot to hide.
They aren't our largest enemy. And if things had previously come to it, I wouldn't have been opposed to allying with them. But if this is what it must take to attempt to restore some kind of order to the throne, and hopefully the city, then I wouldn't be opposed. I could even try to do you a favor and organize a raid on the inscrutable tower.
Beautiful. They're assholes, the bunch of them. That's why I left. But you don't know that.
He's going to just kind of tap the scribe on the shoulder. Just cast it again. They changed their mind. And they're going to cast it again. Does everybody willingly fail?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding.
You dick. No,
Yes, I do.
What about the cat? What about the cat?
I said, uh-huh.
but
No, the other cat.
Kibbles? Kibbles?
everybody
Can
looks
Kibbles-
at the cat.
Can Kibbles attempt to fail DM?
Kibbles can willingly fail.
Hold on. Cat. What's a cat stat block in 5e?
Wait, you want the cat to attempt to not... You want the cat to
There-
attempt to succeed?
Yes. They're looking at my cat Kibbles.
Yeah. Okay, please roll a
I don't
charisma
trust
saving
that damn
throw
cat.
for Kibbles.
It's a -2. Let's go.
Gotta beat a 14. That's the tip.
Damn.
You never know. Never trust a cat.
So, allow me to ask again. Do I have your words that none of this information leaves this group?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Very well.
And I suppose the cat will let out a meow.
In order to put somebody onto the throne of Drakkenheim and have the city, the wall gargoyles, and the tower dragons recognize them as true nobility, we have to assemble the 6 seals of Drakkenheim. They were scattered around the city, kept in places of note. It's been some time since I've had to think about these. One moment, please. I have to remember where the seals are.
Store fire! Stop it, you little shit. Give me that look.
I will have to get back to you on where... Oh, never mind. I just had to scroll down, like, an inch.
You put on your reading glasses. Sorry.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure that you have seen the dragon above Champion's Way.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to miss it.
It is but one of a few tower dragons. If we are able to bring together the seals of Drakkenheim, then the dragon should, in theory, allow free passage. However, it will not recognize you as true nobility unless we're able to get all of them together. There are 6 in total. There is the Chancellor's Crest, the Inscrutable Staff, the Lord Commander's Badge.
Actually, hold on. Is there anyone creeping on us right now?
I have a passive perception at 21.
There is nobody creeping on you.
Alright, just checking.
What was that? No, sorry, what was that third one?
The Lord Commander's Badge. One which I actually have in my possession. Saint Vitruvio's Phylactery. The Spy Master's Signet. And finally, the Steward's Seal. Once we get all of those together, we'll bring them to Castle Draken. And hopefully, they will be able to show us where the crown of Westamar lies.
Real quick, out of character. Remind me what the artifact the Academy found at the chapel was. What they were looking for.
That was,
Yeah,
that was a staff.
it was a staff. It was not this staff.
Gotcha.
It
That's what I thought.
was. It was the scepter of Saint Vitruvio.
Okay.
So, St. Vitruvio has a phylactery and a staff.
This
Fancy.
guy sounds like a lich.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, the name sounded familiar. That's why I was checking.
Uh-huh.
These are the houses I'm going to roll for because they're the only ones I can find in the Drakkenheim area of the book.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
Yes, Kleinkessel.
House
And
Jones.
Jones.
Jones, barbecue and foot massage.
So house
You are Kleinkessel.
Kleinkessel.
Kleinkessel. Which will be on page 48 if you... Oh. Interesting. Okay.
All right. I will not be giving you my seal for the time being, as that would be incredibly suspicious.
And ill-advised, because we could be dying at any moment, really.
It would help with that, but yes. Also, it's mine, and it really completes the outfit.
Cool.
I'm going to be honest. I don't fangirl over the mustache as much.
Same.
And yet you keep bringing it up.
Because they are fangirling over it.
It's pretty damn good.
It is a very nice mustache.
Nobody mentioned my mustache just then. We were talking about the badge.
Yes, but you said out. Never mind.
The mustache is not part of an outfit, it is actually facial hair. You can't simply take it off and put on a different one for a different, set of clothes.
Oh, but you could shave it
You
a specific
you-
way.
Wait, you can't?
Moving on. Is there anything else that you would like from me? Now that we seem to be working together in a much more intimate manner.
No, I do believe we have a mission to finish up, though.
That is true. Well, I wish you luck, Your Grace, he says with a small smile.
Ew.
Yeah, it didn't feel right to me either. We'll make sure that you're actually noble blood before I move on to anything like that.
Yes, please.
Can you make sure this guy gets his lunch break? It's against violations of work conduct, you know?
The acolyte nods. Very well. And he's just going to, once again, just tap the acolyte on the shoulder. You're free to leave.
Do you like his mustache?
That's Drakkenheim's mustache. And he will
So-
salute the mustache.
Salute that stash, damn it.
Lord Commander, I've noticed your
Yes.
armors of the Castle Draken itself. If I remember correctly, he has armor that comes straight from there, right?
Yes.
Were you close to the family before all of this?
I was.
That's understandable. I've just got an eye for detail is all.
It's kind of common knowledge, actually. There's a
Well-
reason why he's called the Lord Commander.
Well, yes, but when you can inspect somebody's armor and tell that it's a +1 studded leather that originates from Castle Draken itself, you just gotta ask those questions.
He's not wearing leather, though.
What is? He looks down. What do you mean +1? I'm only wearing the one suit. There is nothing extra.
Magic.
We need to get your eyes checked, Milo. Let's go.
I love breaking the fourth wall.
Bro forgot he wasn't playing Mick Heelan
Sousa
for a
wrong,
minute.
yeah.
No, Mick Heelan every now and then responds to me in character.
And it
everyone
fits him
else-
so well.
Everyone else has chalked it up to him being a dumbass.
That's great.
It's what we call divine insight.
Mhm. So, you all are free to leave the city and returning back to Emberwood Village. I fucking hate all of you. What is all this?
It's art, DM.
I'm a Ganata Ganoblin. You know what's art? You know what's art?
What's art, DM?
The thing Aga drew during game yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe it.
I
Just
think it got
compare-
paid quotes.
Comparing that to the other art that my Wednesday game draws, where it's like actual art.
Hey, a Scythian with a mustache is pure art. I don't know tongue.
That's what I just said. It is actual art.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to hand the sign over to Milo and be like, I still hate them. Bye.
That's fine. Thrain, we have a place to go to.
Okay. Kind of like, sure, let's go.
We're heading to the game, the skull and sword, the sword burt and shield burt. I'm the Ganana Gnome, Ganana Gnelf, that
The
place.
game.
I'm like, I know you have a dog and you're trying to complete your, or you have a cat, but I am not your dog. You can just, ask me to go with you.
I'm just gonna start walking off without saying anything.
I'll follow without saying anything as well.
Gotcha.
Milo with his loyal dog. I mean dwarf.
All right. And as you enter, the usual suspects are still sitting at the back table. But this time when you walk in, they're actually, like, surprised to see you back and carrying the sign.
I'm just gonna place it on the table and then give a smirk.
Mel just kind of claps his hands together. Wow, look at that. Not a waste of space after all. You run into any
yeah.
trouble out there?
Well, the one with the harpoon great bow tried to get us, but it wasn't fast enough.
You had a run-in with the Lord of the Feast.
Yup, I'm going to be honest, I just ran. But he didn't
Can't
really
say
hit
I
any of
blame
us.
you. Aside from the executioner, he's one of the most dangerous things in the city, at least that I'm aware of.
Supposedly they have beef.
And I don't see it going well for the feast. The executioner is a force of nature. It's not a creature to be killed.
But let's talk payment.
Yes, I believe the bet was 1,000 gold.
I believe it was.
And he's just going to look over to one of his compatriots and just pay them. They're going to begin counting out coin.
Just some idle chatter. We saw some other people there. The Queen's men. They called themselves the Howling Dogs.
Oh, I thought it was howling hyenas. At least that's what they sounded like.
Ah, that's Baskerville's group. Hope they didn't give you too hard of a time.
No, they didn't.
You tell them that they got their territory now.
Should I? Out of character, should I tell them that?
Do it.
let
Do
him-
it. No balls.
let him find
No
out.
balls. Do it.
Let him find out the hard way.
I think it would be more funny to let him find out the hard way personally.
It would
But
be
that's-
funny, but I think you'll get more benefits saying that you somehow
So,
got the territory
we-
for them.
Played a ruse on them. Would you like to hear about it?
They're not especially hard to fool, but sure.
One of our own posed as one of your people, and now they believe the area right outside of the Shepherd's Gate on the inside's your territory, handed by the Queen herself.
You dirty dog. And they bought it.
And they bought it. They walked away and howled, mugged the two hooded lanterns, and got away.
Interesting. Well, that's a little bit above my pay grade. I'll let them sort that out. So, let's see.
Speaking of which, do you also have the alchemy book, perhaps?
Remind me what you're talking about out of character?
Out of character, I asked him if he could secure me some book to learn about alchemy so I could perhaps make some potions too.
Oh, just like regular healing potions?
Yeah.
He will produce a book from a pouch and look like he's about to hand it to you.
There's always a price. What is it?
Ah, you're learning. Got another job for you.
What's the job?
Well, we ran into a little bit of, had a little bit of a fight the other night with some members of the, Silver Order. And, not afraid to say it, they kinda kicked our ass a little bit. We were unorganized. But
And
we'd like for somebody to go in, sneak into their camp, and just kind of mess things up a bit. Mess up their tower for their griffins, their stable, their hospice, their armory.
I also have another question for you in response to. How do you feel about the Hooded Lanterns?
I think that they are a bunch of tools that are easily manipulated.
Great. We have been working with them too, since we're going back and forth. And what if we were able to get you guys passage, unchecked?
We have our ways into the city, but we could always use another.
Great, because one in our group seems adamant about talking to them, getting on their good side. And I like you, you're a man of business, and so I'm trying to work things out too.
It is interesting that you would bring up the Hooded Lanterns. Because, the little job I had for you has another little caveat then. See, they're very easily manipulated, as I said. And we think that bringing a little bit of heat down on them could make them a bit more amenable to our demands and our terms. So, I think that it would stir up a good amount of shit if you tried to make it look like they infiltrated Camp Dawn, and they were the ones to cause some problems. What do you say?
Can you get us the uniforms?
I'll put a hand on Milo's shoulder, and I think because I never mentioned it, I'm gonna say this is just Thrain being an absolute dumbass here. I put a hand on Milo's shoulder. I never took the ring off. Milo, maybe we should talk to the others about this.
Sure. The question still stands. Can you get us uniforms, though?
Could be arranged. We've had enough skirmishes with them. I'm sure we have some just sitting around. We'll have to wash the blood out.
That's fine. We'll chat this over, and I'll be back with you in the morning.
Alright then. We'll be here.
He handed us 1,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
That's what, 200 a person?
Uh-huh.
Or not two. Yeah, 200. Everybody gets 200 gold.
Alright.
Woo. And
Let's
then
go.
Milo's just gonna go rounding up people, kick the tree, avoid Rust Bucket or whatever his name is. Find Devin and find Addie. Yeah.
That's right, you run, you fucking pussies!
Hold on.
Yeah, he's great.
Hey DM, can I fire? Is he? He's not nearby anybody, is he?
That's our word.
He
Oh my God.
he's not near anybody, is he, DM?
rattle can? No,
I'm just gonna
not currently.
fireball him.
Oh my god!
What?
There's a loud explosion in the center of town, and the head, just a helmet, goes flying towards the market square.
I'll roll damage too. Oh, that's not that great. But it's still funny.
Oh, of course.
So I've called this meeting today to say your son. No, I'm just kidding. Um. So Mel hit us with another hard banger. Obviously, one of moral complexity and dubious nature.
Woo.
But this could be good for us. He's open to the aspect of the Hooded Lanterns working with them. I told him it would be unchecked ability to go through a gate, which probably would be easily done. And
They don't really need that, though, do they?
no, but they said an option's always better.
Weren't they gonna give us access to the city as well? We just never followed up on that.
We'll talk with them in the morning about that. We're forgetting a lot of things. But he wants us to just cause a little ruckus in a Silver Order camp and pose the Hooded Lanterns.
You mean when didn't we hear earlier that they're trying to do something with those people?
That's why timing is important. What if we did it after?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we might
Look.
be getting a little too into the weeds with this one.
I understand you have your disposition for the Hooded Lanterns, but those silver flames, they're going to burn the place down. You're going to have nothing left.
It does give the Hooded Lanterns another reason also to silver as well.
They do
Good-
just.
I'm sorry,
wanna-
I think you just choked on a hairball. Could you repeat that?
It does give the ghosts another reason to go after silvers.
Oh, I see.
Besides, united enemies bring everybody together. Or rather, we can unite under a common enemy, us being the Queensmen and the Hooded Lanterns. And
What does our friend think about this? And she'll look at Thrain.
That's a big question. I'll have to get back to you on that.
That's fair.
because can you imagine it now, Addie? A booming marketplace, and delirium going where it needs it to, a prosperous kingdom with just the right amount of corruption.
No, actually, I can't.
There's always going to be corruption. If you have your hand in it, you can control it better, though.
Whilst you are probably not wrong, I do believe that trying to rule a city that is in itself uninhabitable is a very foolish proposition.
But they can secure us some uniforms if we want to do this. I just think timing is key. And we let the assault... Oh,
I'm closing my door.
I just think letting the attack happen and then striking perhaps soon after, they're not going to be ready for this kind of thing.
Could I make a suggestion?
Sure.
We could pose as the falling fire. Divert attention from the Hooded Lanterns.
That's
The
even
Silver Order a
smarter.
little bit.
Was it necessary to pose as the Hooded Lanterns, or was that something they would just add as a bonus? Because if they
wanted
just
us-
want
Oh, go ahead.
if they just want the place ransacked and you're not opposed to it, I wouldn't be opposed to it either. But I do not want to hurt our main allied faction's chances?
I think they mostly just want to cause a little ruckus. I mean, ideally, they want the Hooded Lanterns to be more on their side, especially considering what happened with the Alchemist.
Yeah, that, and they want to. I think they want to put a little bit of a knife in between the Hooded Lanterns and the Silver Order, who seem to be getting more and more buddy-buddy.
I just don't think. No, you're wearing a Silver Order ring, right, Thrain?
Yes.
Drakkenheim's a useful place. We don't need it burnt to the ground.
I don't
We
disagree.
also don't need to be harming our own interests.
But that falling fire thing, I like that idea.
It's not exactly a neutral third party, but it kind of gets the heat off of us a little bit.
Besides, if they see somebody like me casting corruption spells, it fits perfectly with falling fire.
You said,
Yes.
like you said, common enemy.
Bye, Tika.
What the fuck is Tika in here?
Well, remember he's a DM, so he has access like
He's
Talos
just-
does.
I think
like-
he's just messing with us.
He just DM'd me, what the fuck?
I think he's just messing with us. Anyway, you said common enemy. If anything, that's one of the most common enemies we have. Silver Order wants nothing to do with them. Hooded Lanterns want nothing to do with them. Frankly, they're not doing anything to help the Queensmen.
I think I can pose that to them. The idea of getting the Silver Order stirred up against a crusade against the Falling Fire, and they can pick out the easiest of loots from them afterwards.
If they want... Oh, sorry.
I do believe that that would be, at least in my ideals, a agreeable term. I say this with hesitation, but I would be willing to work with Blackjack Mill in this case.
It would be less of a knife between the Hooded Lanterns and the Silver Order and more of a carefully placed distraction.
Besides, our job isn't to kill people, it's just to burn some buildings down and destroy some infrastructure. I can cast a fireball in there in a few spots and we can get out. It's that simple.
Well, judging by the destruction you just did in the town center, I think that might be a little bit too much.
Perhaps.
We could probably come up with some other way of causing some chaos without being that abrasive about it.
Shall I go pose the question to Mel then?
Yes, but I want to come with you for this one.
Great. And
I'll
I'm
let
just
you
gonna
guys
begin.
go.
I'll just begin walking away.
Okay.
Yep,
Heading back over to the, let's go on third.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna walk in and just talk to Mel before he can even let out a word. You're a businessman, Mel. You like money, right?
It is one of my favorite things.
Now, imagine this. The Falling Fire attacks them. They attack a holy site for the Falling Fire. Many people die because both are heavily armored, heavily defended groups. There's money to be made in that. Have you seen their armor?
I have.
We do your plan. We do it as the Falling Fire. Because, quite frankly, they're easy to reproduce, rather, spell-wise. And that gets them stirred up on a crusade, and you guys reap the benefits. You get to watch some battles go down and get some free money.
He's just going to lean back in his chair, looking at you with a raised eyebrow. So... Huh. I guess you weren't kidding when you said that you were doing a bunch of work with the Hooded Lanterns then.
Yes, and delirium's the name of the game. And if there's one thing the Falling Fire is known for, it's delirium.
Is there any particular reason why you're unwilling to do it as originally stated?
Well, originally stated, it wasn't with the Hooded Lanterns. It was just us.
Well, I just hadn't floated that part of the idea to you yet.
Devin kind of steps forward. That way, you get the distraction you want. The Silver Order has bigger things on their plate, and it doesn't harm our interests either.
I see. I'm just having a little bit of an issue here. Trying to figure out where your loyalties exactly lie.
My loyalties lie with making some cash money with you. I can't say the same for the others.
I see. Well,
My main purpose is to get information on the family member and hopefully get them out of the city. And I will work with whoever I need to make that happen.
well, if you feel like that's the better way to do it, then the job offer still stands, but it's good to see where we stand.
It's just business, after all.
Yeah, it's just business.
Look, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. We get this place burnt down for roughing you up. You get your money, right?
Oh, no, I understand. It's just business.
Can I insight check to see if this guy's hurt?
Go ahead.
21.
Damn.
So it's less that he's hurt, and more that you get the feeling that... Hold on, how do I word this? He had higher hopes for you, and he's been let down.
He's just disappointed.
Oh, you don't need that look, Mel. After all, I'm one of the most destructive people that you can find. I can handle delirium safely.
Don't tell
Can
me
you?
how to feel.
I won't. There's just
I
money
just
to be
thought that
made.
there was going to be a bigger partnership here, but if it's just business, then it's just business.
Do you want there to be a partnership? Because the way you always phrased it, you know, coming out with hand on my shoulder was business.
Me telling you to go and get this signed to test your mettle to see if you were worthy of bigger jobs.
I meant more the make sure you know your place incident out there.
Well, yeah. You are not a member of the Queensmen.
Do you want me to be? And I'm just gonna
At
look
this,
at him.
at this point, I'll pass. We'll keep it to just business.
Damn. Really hard to incentivize. Does it come with dental at least?
The only one that does, oddly enough.
I'll tell you what. If you cross me, then you'll be meeting dental.
That's fair enough. Alright. Can you get us some Falling Fire uniforms?
That one, no. We try to stick away from them.
Yeah, no problem.
But you're one of the most destructive forces in the city. Surely it shouldn't be that hard.
I can probably get us some workarounds.
You're a funny guy, Mel. We'll be seeing each other again. Oh, where's this camp at?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me move us back on over here. We are looking for Camp Dawn. Huh. It's not on there. Let me figure out where Camp Dawn is.
It's probably something similar inside Saint Selena's Oh, that's a monastery.
Probably one of those things that's like
Saint
only
Vir-
pops up through their storyline or something.
Is it the temple?
It
That would
is.
make sense.
It is not on the map. So Emberwood Village is to the southeast, down the road. Camp Dawn is down the road to the southwest. It is not in Drakkenheim.
Noted.
So yeah, does anybody else have anything they want to do while they're in town?
Did you see my DM?
Let me check it real quick, because
It's on roll 20.
oh. Gotcha. Yeah. You can 100% do that.
Cool. I walked to the temple.
Alright. Let me just bring up some info on
For
the
some
temple.
reason, I can't make that any bigger, but I have marked it on the map.
That works.
Did you want some company, or are you going by yourself?
I think I should do this one myself. Thank you, though.
Well, good luck to you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let me just
need it.
find Emberwood Village. So you are trying to head to the the Chapel of Saint Ardena?
Yep.
Alright, let me figure out where that is. The Chapel of Saint Ardena is the big circle.
That's a chapel?
It says it's the Chapel of Saint Ardena.
Okay. I will walk in.
Yeah. So, the Chapel of Saint Ardena is run by a few human acolytes wearing the insignia of the Sacred Flame. Let's see here.
Silver Order? Sacred Flame?
Yeah, Sacred Flame is the religion that the Silver Order follow.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
And as you enter, you find that there are a couple of people in prayer. Standing at one of the what's it called, like the pulpit, is a woman in more priestly robes.
Yeah, does it look like, I'm assuming she's in charge, Mrs. Priest?
Yeah. One thing to note is that in here, it is all Sacred Flame. You don't see anything that is specifically Silver Order.
Okay. I'll walk up to the priest.
Yeah. And
Just like a bow.
as you approach, she just gives you a slight nod and will step away from her pulpit and her preaching. Doesn't seem to be any, like, large service going on, just kind of a guided prayer kind of thing. And as she approaches you, what can the Sacred Flame do for you, my child? I haven't seen your face in here before.
No, I'm a relatively new convert. I do align myself with the Silver Order, but it does not appear that that is a influence here. I just figured it was high tide. I came and checked out the place.
The church itself is not. I, however, am. The chapel is maintained by Flamekeeper Hana, who has decided to stay out of the Silver Order's business. My name is High Flame Keeper Ophelia Reed.
Do I know that name at all?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay,
DC
I'll
is
use
going to
my
be
medal
pretty
of
low.
wit. Give myself advantage on a history check. You said
Yeah.
17.
17. Gotcha. High Flame Keeper Ophelia Reed is like a step below the Pope.
Like
So
a
they're like a cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is a big name, even outside of Drakkenheim. She is a famous figure in all of Westamar.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I kind of start to get like visibly nervous.
What can I do for you today, my child?
I've been visiting the city, and like I said, I'm a recent convert. I wanted to kind of see if there was anything you guys needed from inside the city, or if there's any way I could help.
Well, let me see here. If you wish to help the church, then what you could do is start by destroying any delirium you come in contact with. If you're unsure of how, then you can bring some to Captain Theodore Marshall over at Camp Dawn, and he'll dispose of it. If you're interested in more work, then he may be able to help you from there.
In
I'm
Camp
afraid
Dawn.
that... Yes. He spends the majority of his time in Camp Dawn.
What's the,
Go ahead.
is there any my friends have been affiliated with the Hooded Lanterns.
Yes. We have a shaky alliance with them at the moment.
Cool. Good to know. Okay. So if I need anything, talk to Commander.
His name is Theodore Marshall. He's the Knight Captain of Camp Dawn.
Okay, cool. Is there anything that you need? Anything
For the most part, I simply watch over the chapel and provide some kinds of divine spellcasting services to those that need them. If you or your compatriots are in need of some kind of aid, then perhaps I can be of use there.
I will keep that in mind. I do
Otherwise, I'm afraid that without proving yourself, I have no work for you.
Okay, and I need to talk to this Theodore to prove myself.
It's more than likely that he would have some kind of a job for you.
Okay.
I need people that I know I can trust for anything I need right now.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Sounds good. And he kind of like shakily like bows before her and then kind of like tries to scurry away.
Very well.
And what was her name?
Her name is Ophelia Reed. High
Like
Flame
High
Keeper.
Flame Keep-
High Flame Keeper Ophelia Reed. And if you end up needing it, she has some divine spellcasting she can provide for you.
Not for all.
Hey,
Some
truck Roger!
some of these spells include lesser restoration, prayer of healing, purge contamination, remove curse, and greater restoration. Those are things that are available at base. However, you will need to provide money or components.
I can do all that. Not take my gerb. Well, except for the Greater Restoration. I think that's a 4th level spell, right?
I think it's like 5th, isn't it?
4th or 5th? I don't remember.
Is
Diamond
read
too.
REED or READ?
REED.
Okay.
Long rest time.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and get a long rest here.
To the tree!
And also, that is where we're going to go ahead and call an end to our session because I have a lot of prep work to do now.
Sorry.
Not
Hey,
sorry.
just out of curiosity, do you guys happen to know what you might want to try to do next session?
Yes.
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmith.
It still looks like
Fantastic.
blacksmith.
Blacksmith raid.
Blacksmith raid.
Well, potentially raid.
Raid the blacksmith.
Raid Shadow Legends?
No,
Not sponsored this time.
Not the big camp raid. The gatehouse raid.
Well, okay. So, just purely out of character, the temple gate raid is significantly bigger.
Oh, roger that.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do
So
that for a
if you're trying to think of like what you guys can do right now, I would 100% put the Camp Dawn raid like lower or higher on the list than the Temple Gate raid.
Roger that. Blacksmith raid.
Blacksmith raid. All right, I'm gonna throw a quick raid out to I'm thinking Cayman. He's currently playing some Mario Kart 8. Thanks for playing, everybody, and thanks for watching. I'm gonna hop on out and go grab food.
Daddy.
Thanks,
Bye.
gamers. Goodbye,
Bye.
chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And chat's gone.